Okay, it is almost here, like 2 more minutes until Neverness to Everness live stream, and I hope we are gonna have the first informations about the banners. I mean, obviously, that we are gonna have the informations about the banners. I hope we have a different banner than the one we had in beta, because to be honest, that character is not that hype in the story. I want something bigger, you know. But I digress. That's actually since Wuthering Waves, they started releasing the main, the characters, the main characters, the second or the third patch after the launch. I guess to keep the hype up. Enfield did that in 1.2 with Zengi, and I think Wuthering Waves had Jinshi in 1.1 or maybe 1.2. 1.0 was Jian and Inlin, and 1.1 I think it was Jinshi and Changli, and 1.2 was Zezi and Xiang Liao. Is there the countdown is over? Is it starting? It isn't. Oh, okay. Is it starting now? They have delay. Oh my. Okay. Bro, it doesn't. It never looks good when there is a delay for a launch. Did it start now? Oh, okay, it's starting. It's starting. It's starting.
Wonderful life, everything's spinning and changing around, and I'm in tune.
That's her skin. That's the skin that we had in the beta.
Jumping in this loop called unknown.
Oh my! Are we getting a skin for the main character too?
You ain't gonna live forever. Tick, tick, tack, toe. Raise your head and look around this paradise. I'm not lying. We have no.
That's the male one.
I invite you.
Wait,
to
there is
savor
fishing?
every
I don't
moment
remember
of
the
this
fishing in the beta.
Whatever your destination. Drifting down this Milky Way. Best to let you, I'm sure I'll be there.
I remember the gambling.
Lives. Okay, let's wander through the urban lights. Extend on our
Oh, but the horror game. I beat this one. The
round and round in this circle of us.
the bank heist.
Find our way.
I've been to prison too. If you can't drive over 12 pedestrians in a row, why they give you the option to drive? Inkushin.
Let's go.
This is new. This is a new character. The split. Hi Ombu, welcome to the stream.
That was close.
Is that a naked shirt? This is new
just saw
too.
the work of an average day at CSU. Next, the contained anomaly will be sent to the Seleno compound.
Right, everything is done according to safety protocol. Senpai's at ETD, so feel free to leave containment cleanups to us.
I love this cat. Did it get buffed?
Sorry.
Is containment breach your signature phrase now?
Knock it off.
I do not remember her shirt flapping like that.
What do you
in
think
the
of
flap.
ETD?
We have many new character designs, and I like each one of
Best of
them.
the best in our city. The embodiment of absolute strength and control.
Really?
More like a weirdo club, but it feels safe. There's you and the others.
So, would you like to work with me and the others?
Of course! I mean, without a doubt.
How is it compared to when you were at Groth Island?
Okay, so we
Still
have
dealing
some
with
guys too
anomalies.
for the
Same old
Asbando
If
lovers.
you ask me, after all those years in Groth, I know these scumbags the moment I lay my eyes on them. But the Bureau, they don't trust me enough. They want me to follow procedures and get authorized for everything. If we have to follow every
Oh,
little step,
they are
criminals
just
will all
posing.
have great-grandchildren before justice is served. Hey, let me finish. Justice delayed is justice denied. The Bureau should be more efficient when it comes to prosecution.
In the Bureau, we have reliable espers on our side. And we also have...
I've seen this movie.
What's this?
Hey, what are you doing? Let go of me! I'm an evil spirit! A head is
We're making a video. You want to shout?
She remember me of
What's your
Daniel.
greatest reward since working at ETD?
Investigations bring me to places where I can find rare tamagotchis. I wouldn't have went to those places otherwise.
I don't think she was expecting that answer.
I can sense it. A super rare tamagotchi is close.
How long is it gonna take?
Pokemon Go.
Take a nap.
Here,
Please tell me they removed the otter. I hated
did
the
you
otter
join
in
the
the
Bureau?
beta.
It's meaningful.
To
He
bring
reminds me
Jesper
of
criminal
Elle
who killed
from
your
Death
friend
Note.
to justice? Something meaningful like that? Ah.
Minus the tail.
Glad I got this backed up.
But how many new characters are
Thanks
they
for watching.
teasing?
If you're interested in working with us, then tune in for next time.
I feel like they showed the roster for the next year.
I'm gonna be late.
I love this cat. Too bad that she's a 4-star.
Sorry. Huh? The strongest ever.
Arrived at BAC station.
Oh no!
Time to work. Ma'am. This anomaly is unbelievably strong. Don't let the tractor down.
Got it!
Breaking news. An unknown anomaly has appeared in the skies of Hetero.
Did they ever go down?
The music is a jam.
Super duper ultra 360 whirlwind slash!
All right, people, talk to me. How do you deal with the strongest anomaly ever?
The strongest
Another
anomaly
one.
ever has no weaknesses. You just need to use Super Duper Ultra 360 Whirlwind Slash to defeat all 10 oddities at once.
Wait, what?
I knew you had potential all this time.
Oh,
You did not let
it's
me down?
definitely just in her own mind.
Mint,
She must be
you
dreaming.
represent what the Bureau strives to be. A hero of Hetero.
Oh, she did not even wake up at all. Every single part of it was a dream. Oh, she's the boss lady of that organization that adds intel. Please tell me this is not DMCA. They went all in. As they should. There is a lot of competition nowadays. The over-the-top animations and the goofiness remind me a lot of ZZZ.
Hello, Stereo Express. Anything, anywhere, anytime. Since you know I have this, I'm curious about your sources. What about this? Let's make a deal.
Time stands still where no stream line reaches the mailbox. Knock knock calling faint re-echo.
This was the character that was given for free during the beta. She's a 5-star, but is given for free by doing some missions. She is working at the bank and she's doing like questionnaires and so on and so forth. And obviously nobody is completing them except the main character. Is it like a collection of intros for each character? She looks so satisfied of herself. Oh my! Okay. The water is pink. If I remember right, the cat is an anomaly that you can place inside your house, and it likes buffs the amount of coins that you are getting.
Hethero doesn't tell you how to live, it provides possibilities.
But to get the most out of Hethero, there's only one way.
Live your own truth.
Champion, as you know that I'll be yours.
Okay, now is the main character's time.
Stop me now. Champion, if you can't catch me, you'll catch me.
No, you can't do that in game. You can't jump like that.
Just like a roaring engine sound, my heart is beating faster day by day. We're going to get through it. I can't wait for the time to accelerate. And now sitting in the driver's seat, be sure to fasten your seatbelt for safety.
I never managed to escape from the prison during the beta.
By the dynamic
They have first-person view now?
Can you feel this adrenaline? You can never get out of this.
Oh, the penthouse.
Teenagers and crowds, you should know that. Push it to the limit, set the fire. Hold on to the people who support you. The countdown is over. Ready? Go faster, higher. Ow!
Alright, that character can walk on walls.
And I'm sure you are aware it's me who comes out on top. Don't miss your opportunity to be the best. As I rise above it all, it's me
Oh,
who comes out on
I don't remember that one. That's new.
my crown. I'll be number one.
The dinner table. Wait, what's with that timer? Wait, are you for real? It actually it does not start. It started like 20 minutes later than they add that time. Oh my god. They just took that time in order to show the preview for the characters. Like, come on. What a tease. And I do remember the actual date. I was thinking they are starting earlier, but nah. We have 8 minutes. I want to see some of my favorite ones. Like this. Oh, this went so hard. Wait, what? Wait, what? Load. She's a standard, by the way. This is a standard character. This went so hard, the mirror sequence. Okay, and now, what were the new characters that they showed?
You ain't gonna live or dies. I'm not lying. We have no time. I invite you to savor every moment of this.
Oh, here.
We rolling?
Let's go.
This better be the first banner. during the beta, the first banner was this character right here, and don't get me wrong, she had some insane exploration ability. She could walk on walls, like upside down, literally. It was insanely strong, but at the same time, her design is not that. I mean, these are all skins, but her design is not that insane. This was, I think, the free skin that you were getting from increasing her intimacy. And this is another skin. I don't really know how you get this one. Where is the Kung Fu skin? Okay, this one. This one you could get only from the gacha. And it kind of sucked because it had a lower appearance rate than the character itself. And then the character was guaranteed after 80 pulls. At 80 pulls, you hit hard pity and you get the character. But the costume itself took like 200 pulls. If you wanted to guarantee the costume, you'll need to do 200 pulls, which is like dumb, you know? After you just get a copy of the character, you just dip out. There is no point to get to go to 200. That's like getting the character 3 times. And this is just going to hard pity, I mean soft pity. And I don't really remember if there was a 50-50 on the character banner. But yeah. Oh, by the way, the constellations in this game, or well, the dupe system in this game is actually very cool. So when you know how in Genshin, the constellations are sequential, right? You get constellation 1, 2, 3, all the way to 6, with the 6th constellation always being the most broken one ever. In this game, you select what constellation you want. So let's say we are talking about Venti here. After you get a Venti dupe, you can select if you want to activate his constellation 6 directly. You don't need to go through 1, 2, 3. That's insane. And you can change it. So if you feel like today you want to have Venti's constellation 6 active, fine. Tomorrow you can have his constellation 5 active. After that, constellation 4, and so on and so forth. You pick what constellation you want active at any given time. And of course, with more dupes, more are active at the same time, but regardless, that's sick. At the same time, what is the incentive to ever get more than a maximum of 1 dupe, right? Because you are always going to get the strongest constellation then, and there is no point. Oh, okay. Oh, no, it's still, I saw some animation. So I was thinking it started. No, we still have to wait like 3 minutes. I'm gonna get a drink to drink. Gonna go and drink some water in the meanwhile. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. To be honest, I'm curious to see how they are gonna treat expansions. Because right now, the plot is in Hetero City. It's just a city, right? In Genshin, you move from country to country, same in Wuthering Waves. Endfield, same. ZZZ, kind of, not really. I guess they are gonna just take the ZZ style, like the ZZ style type, but yeah, I want to see the first expansion and how they're gonna treat it. This game is probably gonna be the main competitor for the ZZ because they have the same style of animation with a combination of goofiness and over-the-top action. And they also have the same team taking place inside the city with modern themes. I guess we'll have to see if it was released like a year earlier when ZZ entered the 2.x era. I think this game would have destroyed Yeah, because 2.x was so bad, right? That's when Poyo lost the direction with Zenless Zone Zero. But now it looks like they're picking it back up in 3.0. So I guess it remains to see who is gonna get the last laugh. The story so far during the beta was nothing that insane. It was just hunting anomalies. That was about it. They don't really have a direction with the main antagonist either, even though we've seen that L guy with his tail in the trailer, so I'm curious about that. 2, 1, let's go! Haniel!
Beyond the window, looking outside. Time that waits so long in this place. Stories that never had a color now begin to awake. You're so breath touches every corner. Every day years fall into place again.
Who let the cat drive? No, I hated the otter. That is a new character. Another one. Oh my, who is she? Cisia? There are so many new characters. I counted around 12 new characters shown during all the trailers. These are all the characters for the entire year. Unless they are doing 3 characters per patch.
欢迎各位来到超自然开放都市海特
Hetero
洛。非常感谢各位收看本次前瞻特别节目，我是 Leo。
大家好，我是杨磊。
在这座开放世界大都市中，规则从未设限，而大家的首要任务当然就是玩得开心啦。刚才的影像为我们大致展示了海托洛的风光。磊子哥，能否为我们介绍一下这座
？Please, not that much yapping.
海特洛是一座与意象共存、日常与非日常交织的亮丽大都市，也是各位鉴定师在一环。
I am aware that yapping is
希望每位玩家都能够在这座城市中
at the very long.
自己的生活方式。
既然提到意象，那么意象
But let's
究竟
keep
是
it
什么？
brief to the
意象是一
interesting
切对
part.
人类而言超自然、非现实的存在，生物、物体、现象、地点，甚至是某种谜因。在都市街头，你可能会误入一些神秘的空间，遭遇一些壮观而非自然的奇景，目击到一些诡异的怪物。不用怀疑，你遇到了异象。除此之外，你也可能遇到一些友善的异象市民，或是享受异象制品带来的生活便利。
听上去还挺刺激的。那这些异象都是从哪儿来的呢？
异象的出现早在1000年之前就有记录。为了维持秩序，有许多秘密结社在一直隔绝它们。 其中最大、最有影响力的就是环的前身。直到40年前某次大规模异象灾害爆发，异象才被正式公之于众，环也走到了台前。而环的分支机构之一异象管理局就负责收容和泯除异象，海托洛是正式管理局的总部所在。
那我们怎么判断是不是出现了异象呢？
有一个叫维特海默值的指标用于衡量异象强度。异象的维特海默值都是负数，绝对值越大越背离现实。城市里遍布维特海默塔，实时监测区域内数值波动。
我好像还看到了有些角色身上也有不同寻常的地方。
他们大多都是异能者，即觉醒了异能的人类，有些与生俱来，有些后天获得。有些人的外貌和普通人一样，而有些人因为异能觉醒，身上呈现出了非人特征。与异象相反，异能者的维特海默值都是正数。
比方说我们主角异能者0，维特海默值就是正数吗？
这倒是一个特例。我们的主角是一个没有检测到维特海默值的异能者。异能者0将作为鉴定师加入古董店伊波恩，从此和伙伴们一起展开异象猎人的生活。诸位在鉴定师与异环的故事就在海特洛起航。
我已经迫不及待想逛逛海特洛了。
I hate the otter. I
有什么必
hate
玩
it.
推荐吗？
在海特洛，每个人都能找到属于自己的生活节奏与方式。我推荐各位用自己喜欢的方式亲自游览这座城市。你可以登上上琴塔，俯瞰全城。
The guys look like they are presenting a PowerPoint for the class. Like some life, bros. This is the launch of the game. The water graphics are crazy. I guess we will have to see how is the optimization for mobile. During the beta, I had no issue with my PC, but my PC is quite strong, so it's not a good reference. And they have the same physics interactions with the open world like in Wuthering Waves. Imagine it's better optimized. Which is a low bar. Oh, okay, we got it. It looks stunning. Can we move to the next part? I would like it more if I was to explore myself, you know? And they also... okay. And they also kind of spoiled part of the story. With the main character joining the Anomaly Bureau. Even though it's literally the first 10 minutes of the main story quest, main storyline. Okay, we got it. Next. This is the next generation of yapping when it starts just going around and showing every single image from the region.
当然了，海特洛这么大，便捷的代步工具是必不可少的。
啊，这个我有所了解。 在
I
车
had
上可以
that
买到
car.
很多炫酷的好车，购买以后就可以召唤爱车，做海特洛好市民了。
By the way, the car can get
我们还
damaged,
是提倡各
and
位
then
遵
you
循交规
have
如果
to
过度追求
pay
刺激，那
for
还是有可能
repairing
会
it.
受到制裁。
And I think the more expensive the car, the bigger is the
在海特洛
repair
时，无论
payment.
你是追求速度，还是单纯驾驶兜风，都能根据你的想法随时调整座驾。如果想要更沉浸式的体验，也可以切换到第一人称视角，欣赏沿途美景。
I don't remember there being first person during the beta when I played. This is new.
外
That's
观和
cool.
手感都可以自定义，这种感觉确实不错。
在必要的情况下，我们也可以让薄荷出示管理局证件，并紧急征用他人的车辆，甚至是一些特殊车辆。
She could
想
not do
要更
this
有
in the
个性一
beta.
点，鉴定师也可以获得一些非常特别的载具进行体验。
We have Neverness to Everness before GTA 6. This is the GTA 6 that was promised. Wait, this thing is actually no jokes. Insane. The handling looks so good. What the heck is that? Okay.
载具的种类丰富是件好事儿，但是有人能够一起兜风，那就更好了。
在公测版本中，你可以邀请角色坐在你的副驾驶。当你握着方向盘，余光能看到副驾驶上的同伴。这种都市漫游的体验将不再孤单。
Oh my! She actually
不同的同
turns
角
her
色
head.
会有不同的反应，各位鉴定师也可以多留意留意。
She was not playable during the beta. Okay, this is really cool. Having the characters interact with you while riding. It looks like it's always the same interaction. I was wondering if they are different based on the location.
是会上治安所的通缉名单啊，甚至可能面临牢狱之灾。别担心，缴纳保释金或者参与劳动就可以提早释放。至于除此之外的方式，
这个就保留给各位鉴定师去探索了。
当然，在自驾之外，也可以选择乘坐公交车或者都市环线，通过轨道畅游整个海特洛，体会别样的风景。
那么介绍好了车子，是不是应该还有一间好房子？
Oh, the penthouse was the most expensive
从高楼
one
大平层到山间别墅，
during the
还有
beta.
各种意象制品家具带来便利。
Yeah, the anomaly furniture
可以
that
通过
gives you
各种方式入
bonuses.
手家具，或者各类
And
摆
also
饰
you could
来装饰你的
invite
梦中豪宅
characters, but there
也
were
能够
not
邀请
many
角色入
characters
住
with
共度闲暇时光，让家里更添
interactions.
生气。
可以看到受邀角色穿着居家服，这个体验真不错。
不仅如此，也可以邀请角色出行，共游海特洛。
Wait,
部分
that
角色
was
提升
not
对应的
in
职
the
业等级
beta.
就可以对其发出同行邀请，一起走过花田，欣赏流星划过
You
夜空。也可以用
my
第一人称视角
That's
沉浸式体验
insane.
与角色
So
共
you
度
can
时光
ask the characters on a literal freaking date if you have high enough intimacy. This game has some insane potential. They still need the solid story. That's the only thing that I'm still concerned about. And it looks like you can walk with them, but they don't have any extra
测试
interactions.
版本基础上新增更多的内容。
是的，公测版本我们针对机遇玩法进行了全面打磨，新增了大量语音和动作细节表现。
New voice
鉴定
lines
师
and
也可以
yep,
主动邀约角色前往特定地点约会。
yep. As mentioned, that this was not in the beta before. Is she actually saying some? Oh. Okay, so I think we can assume she is still gonna be the first character on the banner because they only show her with the interactions.
更多不为人知的故事等待发掘，就留给各位鉴定师自行偶遇吧。
Sleepy kitten. Of course, the cat went after the fish.
“这些美好的瞬间，不留作纪念，真的有点可惜了呀。”
我懂，这些画面当然都是可以拍摄下来的。通过拍照功能，我们可以记录下都市生活中的点点滴滴。
并且我们的拍照系统支持多样的拍摄模式，比如自拍模式，也可以摆放角色，设定好
You can take a selfie in the prison.
拍照的时候也别忘了观察入境路人的反应，或许会给你惊喜。
I'm not a photo maniac, but for the people that are, this is gonna be some cool features.
可以将海特洛的美景尽收眼底。
I don't remember the drone part. I do remember that there was a tower with an anomaly on top, and I had no clue how you could possibly reach it. There was no ground, nothing to allow you to climb. You know that I'm when the game launches, I'm gonna speedrun that penthouse.
这些景色倒是不错，但我还是想打断一下，要怎么才能买房买车呀？
大家可以通过都市大亨系统，直观地了解到都市玩法和赚钱途径。
They are so serious. They're like in front of the class presenting their project.
鉴定师也可以消耗都市活力，体验送货、开出租、店铺经营，或者钓鱼、乐队等等玩法，赚取方思。
哎，果然没有方思是万万不能的。我听说都市闲趣中的玩法在公测版本中也迭代了更多内容。
没错。 在公测版本中，我们对其中的玩法都进行了优化迭代。例如，在海上垂钓玩法中，达成一定等级后将解锁鉴定师的全新时装。在雨燕出行玩法中，除了普通乘客，还有可能接到一些熟面孔的订单。
哎，那确实还挺有意思的。
大家期待的赛车竞速也将开放新地图，提供联机挑战。
Online matches
刷新排名。 也可以邀请好友决出谁才是海特洛传奇车手。
Make it not like have a queue, not just with friends.
挑战系统牌手或与好友联机搓麻，通过该玩法也将解锁更多桌布、麻将牌等外观。而且粉爪大劫案，也就是潜入银行、金库搜索宝藏的玩法，也将支持单人游玩与多人联机模式。新的奖励机制下，还可以获得时装和新的载具等奖励。
为了鼓励各位鉴定师成为都市大亨，我们还特别准备了一份重磅礼遇。 随着都市大亨等级的提升，各位鉴定师可以免费获取
Yep,
F 级
yep, I
金色小
mentioned it. I mentioned it. She was given for free
都市
during the
大亨提升
beta.
过程中，还可以获得6个小只的星象
And
碎片
maxed
用于
out.
解锁小只全部觉醒效果，以及5个 S 级弧盘思考喵。
And her
所以
weapon
也请
maxed
大家
out.
记录第一个直播对话码，我们稍作休息，马上回来。
What is the use of the code right now? Bro, I guess it lasts for a while. So yeah. So I did not know she is fully maxed out. I was thinking they're only gonna give you the character, but it looks like we have S5, R5 character given for free at launch. W.
Characters, 玩法聊完了，该说说角色了。
Characters,
在公
yes.
测版本能遇到哪些角色呢？
在刚才的影片中，各位鉴定师应该能看到许多熟
He
悉的面
looks
孔。
so tired.
那我们就先从鉴定师所在的伊波恩古董店说起吧。这家店位于桥间地偏僻地段，常年赤字，古董卖不出去，只能靠接一些民间意向委托，勉强维持周转。在猎人帮 APP 上的评分也常年垫底。好在这里的小店员都是些热闹的家伙，和他们一起做委托不会觉得无聊。
I hate the otter.
还
I
有一
still
家
hate
与
the
伊波恩
otter.
来往密切的快递公司斯特利速递，主营意向相关的快递派送和情报买卖。
There was also a
这些快递员
male
都不
version
快
of Haniel. They
必要
were
时
like
刻甚至可以
twins.
将自己作
It
为
looks
人
like
手
they
派送到现
deleted
场
him.
那意向管理局呢？薄荷应该是在那儿吧？
没错，薄荷属于收容行动2组。收容组是管理局中工作范畴最为广泛的外勤部门，负责收容或泯除一般意向，
So we got
并且
the
要看
means
管或转
partners.
移临时收容的意向。收容行动组还有更多的成员，不久后就会和大家见面。
希望薄荷今天准时出勤。
除了收容行动组，我们还会看到禁制机动队，这是管理局最受忌惮的王牌队伍，象征着绝对的管制与镇压。在序章开篇的 ETD 4队就是常驻于海托洛市的一支小队。未来我们还会遇到更多 ETD 的精英部队，比如更侧重于处理涉疫犯罪案件的 ETD 6队。
看起来他们的实力确实都非常强。
I don't know what to tell you, bro, but a few of them are literally
比
children.
如小支背后财力雄厚的德沃夏克家族，前乐队平行线成员海月与明英，为异象猎人提供占卜的魔女之家等等。
It's literally child
刚才看
labor.
到海月的形象了。之前在共存测试的时候，优化清单里面有说海月会在公测和大家见面，能透露点它的特别之处吗？
没问题。
Oh,
A
new
级角色海月会
character.
在公测版本加入常驻棋盘。
Wait, she is A
这是一个移
class?
动和战斗方式都比较特别的角色。他曾经和明英一起组过乐队，之前的故事就等大家在剧情中了解。
说到移动方式比较特殊的角色，那就不得不提
Natalie Colucci.
She was the S rank at launch.
Whose greatness cannot be concealed by the night. The unconventional Ichidaime of the Colucci family looks forward to having you on board.
在鉴定师所属的伊波恩古董店中，有位因踢馆失败还砸坏东西，被迫留下来还债的虎妞，堪称桥间地街头一霸。她就是自称柯林斯家族王牌1代目的娜娜丽·柯林斯。娜娜丽的异能与电磁力有关，异能属性为0。她有一个厉害的变轨技能。柯林斯凹巫术。
I was getting so dizzy when I was playing her.
在这个状态下，她能够通过电磁吸附，在任何倾斜表面乃至天花板上自由行走。
I was literally getting sick.
脱落还挺新鲜的。
娜娜丽的战斗特点是能够与异能造物副手一同战斗。
So she is still the first S rank at launch. Also, the design for the is it wrong for me to say the design for the A rank it was better than the one for the S rank? Like the jellyfish girl looked better in my opinion. Are they gonna show the entire boss fight?
在伊波恩古董店里，还有一位深藏不露的店长寻，他看似自由散漫，实则
Wait,
城府深沉。
is this gonna be a
危机时
double
刻
banner?
能成为伊波恩众人的支柱。寻的异能属性为光，
There is a,
释放
it's a
异能
double
时
banner.
能够操纵时间流速，甚至让时间完全停止。特别的是，他的时停能力在都市探索中也会生效，说不定会在意想不到的地方派上用场。
有这种能力，伊波恩居然还会亏本。
战斗时，寻上阵会显示非闭合时计，随时间积蓄能量，蓄满后，寻释放极轨终结俯视来潮，造成光属性的异能伤害，同时拔出太刀，让周遭的时间趋于停止。太刀攻击会积累断石。
Isn't this
积累满后
broken?
即
She
可触
just
发终结
freezes
属
the
性光属
mobs.
性异能伤害。
刚才提到异能属性，战斗中具体该怎么用？
So we have a double
每个可
banner.
操控的角
We
色都有
have
独
the
特的异能属性
Koluchiger
普遍
and
可分
we
为
have
光、灵、
Kotori.
象、魂、暗6种。把不同属性的角色编入小队，并使用援护技，就能够打出异能环合效果。战斗中，角色造成伤害时会积累该角色的环合值，攒满后，队伍中能够触发环合的角色头像会出现律动效果。这时切换对应角色入场，便会释放援护技，命中敌人就会触发环合效果。
Here's the thing, you can only really use 2 elements at the same time.
有极顺环合能力，释放变轨技能后立即切换就能够触发环合。
Because
编队
the
时
way the
注意异能属
cycle
性的联动
works
会对战局有很大的影响。
is
掌握异
it
能
goes,
环合
let's say
对
you
于任何
have
队
the
伍和战斗来
fire,
说都是很
water,
重要的
stuff like that.
那么
It goes
实际作
from
战还有
fire
其他
to
机制吗？
water and then from water back to fire and then from fire to water. If you add 3 elements, it needs to go fire, water,
之后进行
wind,
普通攻击
and
就
then
可以
it
触发
will
异能
go
反应
wind, water,
当敌人发
fire
动特殊
again.
招式时，并出现红圈预警，用攻击命中该敌人即可触发
And when you
全
have 4
部反击弹道
characters,
并使目标进入
let's
应急
say
状态
you have fire, water, wind. The wind then goes back to fire, and the fire needs to go back to wind. It's just way too
成功后，敌人会进入清线状态，瘫痪
it's
并受
just
到一次清
not
线伤害。
ideal.
削减清线值有很多种方法，比如极限反击。
But if you have a double element, it goes fire, water,
另外，
fire,
部分
water.
敌人还拥有特
Simple.
定的弱点属性，弱点会以图标形式显示在敌人头顶。用对应属性的援护技可以额外削减清线值，还可通过触发异能环合中的失血效果。削减
I
敌人
got
一定
the
有效
burn
清
during
线
the
值
beta
也是
because I
非常适合
tried
的
to
手
make a 3 element team. It simply does
听了
not
这么
work.
多介绍，大家最
2
关心的
elements
还
is
是
the
怎么
best way
获
to
得
go
角色
about
吧
it.
在共存测试中，我们的斯卡布罗集市已经跟大家见过面了，可以再详细介绍一下吗？
在斯卡布罗集市中，分为限定棋盘与常驻棋盘。投掷对应的骰子，在棋盘上移动，就可以获得对应格子上的奖励。而限定棋盘最核心的特点在于，每次获得的 S 级角色必定是当期限定的那一位。简单来说，在一环中，限定角色永远不会
Okay,
败
there is no
每次投
50-50.
掷获得 S 级角色的基础概率为0.99%。
And it's a
若
1%
连续70次位
chance.
出 S 级角色，棋盘将自动升级。
And
大
the
幅提
soft
升概率
PT
直到
starts
获
at
得对应角
70.
色。若连续89次未获得
And
S 级角色
it's
则第90次
the guarantee is at
必定
90.
获得该角色。这一保底进度将完全继承至
Oh
后期的
my
对应棋盘中。
Enfield, pay
常
attention.
驻棋盘的角色获取概率规则相同。在公测版本中，我们将开放王牌一代目和独
Oh
活龙
my-
月流两个限定
I
棋盘
want both
可分别获得
Nanali
S 级
and
的
Hit
和
Hotori. Hotori
大家需
especially.
要注意的是，1.0版本上半版本王牌一代目棋盘将为期
Wait,
14
it's only
天
for. I mean, it makes
而
sense.
1.0下半版本独酌龙月流棋盘
I
将为
mean,
期
I
21
guess
天
it's 2 weeks and 3
为庆祝
weeks.
公测，我们还将开放公测特别集市活动。在王牌一代目限定棋盘中，除了可获得娜娜丽角色外，还可获得娜娜丽时装、车辆
Yeah,
时
the
装
outfit
滑
was
翔翼外观
also.
即便运气稍有不济，也无需担心。累积投掷达到一定次数后， 也可以在集市配套的活动页面中直接兑换这些外挂。
Yeah, this is what I was.
对我这个飞球太友好了。
This is what I was worried about.
集市还有什么方法能够提升
They
角色呢
kept the 200 hard, the 200 PT.
湖盘具有不同属性和效果。
Again, you get the character after 90 pulls no matter what. So what's the point of? Are you gonna? It's they're trying to make you pull for
大家
the
可以定向获取
outfit.
S 级限定湖盘，每消耗10枚3重钥匙进行一次野幕，每次获得10枚湖盘。野幕获得 S 级湖盘的基础概率为3%，且设有双重保底机制，最多6次野幕必定获得 S 级湖盘，至多8次野幕必定获得当期限定 S 级湖盘。同时，湖盘野幕的保底次数将永久累积，并可继承至其他限定野幕计划中，不必担心浪费。当然，部分 S 级湖盘还可以通过大世界探索获得一次，完成部分意向委托。
Yeah, but they're not that strong.
说回集市系统，似乎在集市掷骰子还能累积。
And I don't. Did they mention if there is a chance or it's guaranteed to get the weapon? I did not see.
可获得狮尾棋子和迷迭棋子，这些棋子可在每期集市的兑换商店中兑换更多骰子、3重钥匙、方丝以及各类养成材料。商店刷新后，还能用迷迭棋子兑换20枚3重钥匙，相信也能减轻大家获取湖盘的压力。
除了获得棋子，重复获得的角色还能给我们带来哪些提升吗？
当我们重复获得角色时，可获得对应角色的星象碎片，用来给角色提升觉醒等级，最高可以觉醒6次。
而这个系统实际上有些特殊，那就是觉醒以后可以随时切换所需要的觉醒效果。
Yep, this is what I mentioned.
例如，觉醒1次后，可以自由选择想要觉醒的效果，并且根据应用环境的变化随时更换。同时，我们还对觉醒页面做了视觉优化，希望能够展现角色更不同的一面。另外，在公测版本中，地图会常驻开放养成副本，大家可获取养成材料，以提升角色等级、异能等级和湖盘等级等。
Isn't that normal?
在刷取副本时所消耗的体力，与都市闲序中所使用的活力互不相关。
What do they mean?
不需
Yeah.
要在副本和都市玩法的奖励中进行取舍。
You have the dungeons for materials permanently available. How could that not be the case?
在完成部分委托后，就能解锁其对应的高危委托 BOSS， 有多种难度可选。在公测版本中，
I do not like this type of anomalies because they are simply combat anomalies. I like the horror ones.
可以充分运用角色编队技巧，发挥环合优势。
介绍了这么多，接下来稍作休息，给大家呈现本次前瞻节目的第2条兑换码。
I need photo. They released Nanali first because they did not want people to reroll because Kotori is gonna be the big prize. They
欢迎回来。在此前
still I'm gonna reroll for Nanali and then I'm gonna save for Kotori.
的玩家反馈专门梳理了一份优化清单。 其中涉及到游戏系统、游戏玩法、大世界体验、角色战斗与剧情等多个方面，内容还是比较多的。想问一下，目前进度如何？是否均已完成了呢？
请各位鉴定师放心，共存测试调优清单所梳理出的优化方向，目前已经悉数完成。今天我们将挑选一部分重点内容进行展示。首先是大家都比较关心的游戏性能方面。
Well, okay. Every time I see performance, I feel like they're throwing shade at Wuthering Waves. Okay. But this is on an RTX 4060. Even though it has only 8 gigabits of RAM.
可以看到，在相同配置运行的情况下，游戏整体帧率得到了提升，并且在体验更加流畅的。
It's actually insane the frame rates were so low. before on such a
然
setup.
后就是此前所提到的英伟达全景光线追踪
Ray
功能
tracing.
将在公测正式实装，鉴定师可在画面设置中自行选择。
You know I'm gonna do it. Oh, I barely can see the differences. I see the rain is more live or stuff like that, but outside of that, I barely can tell. Okay, this one is obvious. Bro, the graphics are insane.
开启前后确实感
In some cases, I could not tell the difference.
和表现上有种以假乱
I'm
真。
probably blind. I wear
全景光线
glasses
追踪
for
技
the
术不
record.
仅提高了光照、反射和阴影的保真度，还确保了室内和室外的光照精确到像素，以提升游戏整体视觉感受。
未来，我们也将与英伟达、索尼、高通、联发科等伙伴进行更多合作，为大家带来更好的视觉表现。
不仅是场景，这一次我们对角色也做了许多优化，例如部分角色建模。
I can't really tell.
基础移动以及大世界交互等方面。
Wait, that's actually impressive. Oh, she used the power of mind to open that door. She was miles away.
我好像还看到，这是给角色们都配置了手机吗？
是的，并且每一位角色的手机外壳也都有契合自身风格的独特设计。
大世界的交互确实丰富了很多，这样就增添了很多的生活细节。
实际上，本次对大世界玩法也做了很多的优化，例如在公测，我们将在大世界内增加更多的可偶遇角色。
Okay, this is cool. This is something that I wanted in Genshin
每一位角
forever.
色也都有自己的生活吗？哎，这不是小芝吗？
没错，小芝也将加入可邀约角色。在之后的版本，我们也会逐步开放更多可邀约的角色。
那就请各位鉴定师拭目以待吧。
And they kind of did that after 5
已
years.
经完成的优化事项。
This game starts with it right off the bat.
请各位鉴定师自行过目吧。
Wait, what? Aurelia. New optimization, attack, cancel, movement, Hotori, cycle, boss fight, wanted system. We are gonna look over all of them after the end of the live stream. Don't you worry.
这么看，已优化的东西还是挺多的。鉴定师们可以在公测开启后第一时间进行体验。那么聊完了优化的部分，磊子哥也和我们说说公测新增的部分呗。
没问题。首先，让我们来看一段全新披露的视频片段。
That's us. We're about to commit some kind of crime.
We will battle to the end. We're not letting go. Every scar is becomes a sign that the dark won't cross this line.
Wait, that was it?
哦，这是全新的正片剧情吗？看来我们的鉴定师又要迎接全新的挑战了。
全新正片剧情将在公测正式开放，更多城市暗线将浮出水面。
That was like a 10-second
我们还是把神秘
preview.
感留给各位鉴定师亲自体验吧。 接下来将放出本次公测前瞻特别节目的第3组兑换码，各位鉴定师们记得在有效期内进行兑换哦。
I'm so gonna forget about these codes. I mean, should I get out of the way so you can? There is no point for it. You can't redeem it until 2 weeks later. I am so. I'm gonna reroll for Nanali. The question is, how many rolls are we gonna have available? With a 1% chance to get a character, if we get 30 rolls from pre-registration, rewards, and whatnot, that will be crazy. It will only take like 3 or 4 rerolls. Actually, it's better to reroll for her outfit. The character has a reasonable pity, but the outfit, if you want the outfit, I guess you need to reroll.
I'm a sharpshooter at post masquerade, hiding both face and mind.
I remember this from the beta. Oh, Persona! Oh, my, after Wuthering Waves, I guess Neverness to Everness is next on their collab list. I don't remember all the, like the snow or the rain effects while I was playing the beta. Driving while listening to this music is gonna be fire.
I've seen people come and go with hand broken dreams.
尊敬的乘客您好，随着电梯的上升，您眼前这座开放包容、生机勃勃的超级都市正逐渐展现。
Super City.
您此刻所在的圣心塔，正是俯瞰都市风光的最佳视角。愿您在此
Power of Fantasy.
错落的独家回忆。
That game is still alive. The last news I heard about it were the 5 players were praised by the devs or something. The 5 remaining players. Also, that hug, that spinning hug, was very cute. But why is it only with Nanali?
所以，如果我没有理解错的话，公测后我就能在一环的世界里畅听到以上旋律喽。
没有错，实际上鉴定师们在这方面的诉求我们一直都知道，我们也在努力给大家营造一个对位的都市氛围。
不过我记得之前只有车载电台可以在路上听歌，为什么散步的时候也能听到了这些新曲目呢？
在公测版本将通过都市大亨的阶段性奖励解锁随身听功能。
Oh my!
可以在都市漫游
This is something that I wanted Wuthering Waves to have. Do not limit the music only to the bike.
就等鉴定师们进入游戏后亲耳聆听吧。当然，惊喜不止如此，接下来我们还想向各位鉴定师展示一
You
个
can
神秘预告。
play some fire tracks while fighting the enemies. We are all getting a car like this. Imagine. Not an in-game car, but a real car. hear it, the way it bursts. I mean, the car is hot, but how much are gonna be the repairs for it after I dunk it in the sea? Crossover. Oh. Can these people actually make a crossover? Like actual character crossover? Why is everyone now only doing collabs for these kind of things? For liveries, for music, for cosmetics in the game, but what happened with the good old collabs? Or character collabs?
至此，栏目已经要接近尾声了，我不得不替所有鉴定师问一句：福利环节呢？总不能让我就这么两手空空进入海特洛吧？
那肯定不会。需要说的是，截止目前，一环预约里程碑已经全部达成。哈尼亚20个捏造头子，滑翔翼涂装。
The dices are all the 20 pulls are only for the standard banner.
直接通过游戏内邮箱发给各位鉴定师。 然后常驻棋盘前5次10连抽将享受8折优惠，而在抽取次数达到50次后，鉴定师可从早雾、白藏、哈索尔、法迪亚、达夫蒂尔、九元这6位 S 级角色任意挑选一位加入队伍。
是的，再次强调，这个自选不会清空你常驻棋盘的累积抽数哦。
其次是通过新手通道可获得 A 级角色海月、S 级胡盘银河暂流以及12个制石头子。
What is her element? I'm curious about her element, about the way it works.
25个3重钥匙以及300环石。这里也再次提醒一下，通过都市大亨系统
，And the cheese is gonna be free.
并且随着大亨等级不断提升，还将获得小只全部觉醒材料和 S 级胡盘思考喵。
So I need to check.
对了，在公测开启后1.0版本期
间 this is paid.
时装、学院之小只时装、青竹11将开启限时优惠，并且娜娜丽学院之星的部分特效和默认时装是有所不同的。
Wait, there is also an out for cheese.
脑子有点转不过来了，而且你懂的，让我一直干的那不叫福利，那是我的劳动成果。
我懂你意思，但别急。
So Nana Lee is Anima.
特别福利1600环石以及10个捏造头子，公测直接发邮件。
That's like 10 standard and 10 regular pulls.
公测后，在游玩过程中可以轻松获得120多抽，如果再算上劳动所得，折算下来整个1.0版本会有470多抽。
那这470抽
是
什么成分啊？
我们准备了详细的资源清单，大家就可以不用自己算了。 稍后我们也会在一环的各个官方社区平台同步。
There were like 28,000 of these things. Free buys at launch. Okay. Here is the thing. It's a lot of currency if you play, but if you reroll, you probably will only have like 2 multis.
我投到几点就给鉴定师们送多少100环石，怎么样？
你投投看。
那就这个了，我投完了。
行吧。
OK， 那么恭喜各位鉴定师们获得600环石。
Okay, I actually wanted him to roll the dice.
而公测预下载也将在近期正式开始，各位鉴定师可以提前下载，方便公测开启后的第一时间游历海特洛。
So the pre-download will start 2 days before.
活动即将结束，还未参加的鉴定师们请抓紧机会参与，欢迎大家邀请自己的好友一同助力。那么今天的前瞻特别节目也差不多到该说再见的时候了，非常感谢各位鉴定师们抽出宝贵的时间进行观看。哦，对了，插播一条小贴士，各位鉴定师的 UID 都将随机产生，所以公测当天不用太。
Okay.
而公测也仅仅只是开始，后续我们依旧会持续努力，给大家创造更多的惊喜，让一环这个大世界更加鲜活。
各位鉴定师们，4月23日。
Okay, so I want to see first of all Nana Lee. What is gonna be the best team for Nana Lee? And then we are gonna check the bonuses. So Nana Lee is anima element. Where is the element to will? They've shown it for a very brief moment.
释放变轨技能后，立即切换就能够触发环合。编队时注意异能属性的联动。
战斗来说都是很重要的。
敌人攻进行普。
I think it was right before this.
有些角色触发环伤害时会积累该角色的环，并使用援护技。像
Okay, this is the one. So anima goes into the light one and into which is called cosmos, and actually, yeah, cosmos, and it also goes into incantation. Cheese is cosmos, so you will want Nana Lee into cheese, and cheese then it's gonna activate her ability, and it's gonna go into Lakshana or back into wind. But Nana Lee is not gonna be prepared at the time. So you're probably gonna want to go back to Juan. Juan is the girl with the hat. And she's also wind. And she will go back to... the main character is Cosmos. So it's gonna go like this. Nana Lee anima into a Cosmos character. Now, the Cosmos character can go into a Lakshana character. The issue is that the Lakshana can go then into the water one, which is called Psyche. And the Psyche one, that's 4 characters, right? The Psyche one cannot go back to anima, to the first character. It needs to go back all the way around. And that's not good. That sucks. That's the main concern when you build a team, right? So if you are doing it with 3 elements, let's say you have a wind character going to a cosmos character going to a Lakshana. Okay, great. The Lakshana cannot go back into the cosmos character that soon, and it cannot go back into a wind character. So what can you do? I mean, you can have a second wind character or a second cosmos one, and with the second cosmos character, you can then switch and go back to wind. Oh, this also works. So you can have an anima character with 2 cosmos character and a Lakshana character. So it's possible to make 3 element teams. 4 element teams are the hope unplayable ones. So you are gonna have Cheese at launch, which is a cosmos character. You are gonna have Nana Lee at launch. Hattori is also gonna be a cosmos character. And Nana Lee is a DPS, while Hattori apparently is a tank. And the Cheese is also a DPS, which is, yeah. And you can add Juan, which is an anima. Actually, not really an anima. Is there? You can add Hathor, the winged girl, which is Lakshana. So you can go Nana Lee into Hattori, into Hathor, the Lakshana character, into then Cheese, the free character, back in Nana Lee, and then Nana Lee. That's the team. That's literally the team. Okay, we established that one. Now let's check the all the improvements that they mentioned. Where is it? Where is that huge list? Okay. Performance improvement, okay. Bug fixes, okay. Fixed display error, a lot of display errors. Added more interactive furniture, nice. 4-player racing mode. Orders from playable companion characters for taxi. Solo PV mode, okay. Improve the hobbies all around. combat tutorials for all characters, and an Esper. I will probably make a video about the Esper cycle so everyone can understand how it properly works. Even more multiplayer. Cheese can be invited. Before it was only Mint and like 2 other characters. This is nice. First person point of view for hand holding. Nice. Added more vehicles. Improved camera. Added escape routes and jobs for a detention center. Before there was only one. New areas and endings. Multiplayer for heist. Aurelia is gonna be given for free. New story content. Cycle effect reset. Combat optimization. Glider. Movement. Attack cancelling. Rain effect. Rain drenched visual effects for all characters. Oh my, okay. They have my attention now. What's this? The heist mode is improved. Some characters can hold the rider's waist. I guess customizations for vehicles depending on the character. Furniture presets. Yeah. Okay. Not bad. They really went all in. And what was the amount of currency they mentioned? Wait, what? And her signature is also here.
而伴随着鉴定师猎人等级的提升，总计可获得10个制式骰子、35个捏造骰子、
like 25 weapon pools and 10 standard pools. The character maxed out.
S 级角色小支，并且随着大亨等级不断提升，还将获得小支全部觉醒材料和 S 级胡盘思考喵5个。
Yeah, who cares about the outfit? To be honest, the gacha outfit is already better, and this one is. Oh, both of them are paid. I did not see that. It has new visual effects. Okay, 28,169 standard. Okay, that's hope. So this is equivalent to around, where is a calculator? I remember that the pool in this game was like 160 currency, right? So that will be equivalent to 178 pools for the premium banner. With 32, you are looking at 200. So you can get both Hotori and both Nanali in the same patch, even if you go to max speed there. What do you think of NT so far? The game looks amazing. They really made a ton of improvements, and they give a lot of free stuff. We're already getting cheese for free, and we are getting another character for free. There is no 50-50. Something that I'm concerned about is, where is the gacha system? Two things that I'm concerned about. First, how they are going to handle new regions, like new expansions, because this is a city. It's already fixed its dimension. We're going to go in other cities, or what's the plan there? And the second one, where is the gacha? Oh, come on. What's happening here?
格子上的奖励，共存测试中吗？不是对应的电棋盘。
Okay, so the character is guaranteed in 90 rolls and there is no 50-50. But the outfit for the character requires 200 pulls to get. And during the beta, it had a lower chance of appearance than the character. But why would you pull for the outfit, right? After you get the character, why would you want to go that extra mile to get the character? I feel like they should change this. Maybe put the glider here. Like, the outfit is nice, but 200 pulls, like, committing to getting the characters with 2 or even 3 dupes, I don't know. I feel like it's too expensive if you don't plan to go for multiple copies. Oh, wait, I wanted to see. What is the chance for the weapon banner? Okay, guaranteed featured arc. So there is like 50-50 for the arcs. You get an arc, an S rank at 6, but okay, it seems fair. We are getting 105 pulls on the weapon banner at the very beginning, in the very first patch. So we are getting enough materials to get both characters, both premium characters and their signature weapons in the very first patch. And then if you reroll, you are going to have save add up enough for the new one. Okay, you know what? This is amazing. I am actually hyped up. This looks like it's going to be an insane game. They need to make the story more interesting. It was really plain during the beta, but that's expected. It's how prologues are, and you always need to go through them, right? But I want for it to pick up. Having played Azure Promilia, what do you think NT does different and its similarities? To be honest, there really is no similarity. That's why I'm hyped. Both are scratching different itch. So, character swapping. In Azure Promilia, you have the intro-outro system. And okay, I was talking about the team building before that. So in Azure Promilia, you have the intro and outro system. What team will I build on launch? Okay, so where is the wheel in this game? So in Azure Promilia, the characters are switching. Like, there is a cooldown for the intro outro, but each character can switch to any other character in the game, right? The only limitations for teams in Azure Promilia are the type of marks the characters consume, but even that is just an added damage bonus for them, so they are not even limited by that. In this game, where is the... Where did they... Okay, here. You have this wheel. Everything is about this wheel. So let's say you have an anima character. Nana Lee is gonna be the anima character, the first character that we are getting when the game launches, and is gonna be the character that I'm gonna pull for. And she's gonna be my DPS. So she's anima. Now she can switch to either a Cosmos or what is this called? Or an incantation character. So either Cosmos or Incantation, none of the others, right? So you need a Cosmos or Incantation character. It's literally a constraint on the team. And let's say we are going for a Cosmos character, which is going to be Hotori. Hotori is going to be a defense type character, a survival character like a healer or a tanker. We don't really know yet her full kit, but we know she's going to be a survival type character. So Nana Lee is going to go into Hotori. I'm planning to go for both of them. Now, Hotori can either go back into Nana Lee or she can go into a Lakshana character. Again, kind of limited here. If there is a cooldown between intros and outros for this game too. So she cannot really go back into an Nana Lee. She can go into another anima character. So there are two ways you can build a team. Anima goes into Cosmos, into Anima again, and into Cosmos. And you repeat that cycle. Or you can make a team Anima, Cosmos, Lakshana, another Cosmos character, a different one, Anima. So 2 Cosmos characters, a Lakshana and the Anima character. You cannot make a multicolor team. You cannot have Anima, Cosmos, Lakshana, and whatever this is called, Psyche. Because the Psyche cannot go back into an Anima. It needs to go back into a Lakshana first, but it's going to be locked by the cooldown. So that's kind of how it goes here. Now that in terms of standard selector, which character will be the best to choose? So I need to go back and check about for all the kits of the characters. I don't have them right off the bat. Probably will make a video on that front. But right now, if I want to, I'm planning to pull for Nanali and for Hotori, right? The 2 characters that are gonna be the premium ones at launch. In this situation, what I'm looking for is another Anima or another Cosmos character. Not Anima. I'm looking for either an Anima or a Lakshana character and another Cosmos character. The Cosmos character is probably gonna be Cheese. She's an S rank that's gonna be given for free. So what I'm looking now is either for a Lakshana or an Anima character. And there is only, and for the Lakshana, you have Hathor, the winged girl. I don't know if they showed her faction. Okay, they showed. You have Hathor as a Lakshana character or Jiuan as Anima character. But Hathor is buffing your character, your team. She is a buffer. So the team that I'm planning to go for is gonna be Nanali with Hotori, Hathor, and Cheese. That's the S rank given for free. She is the character. Jiuan, I did not check yet their kits. Dadophil, okay. I remember that I wanted to use that for deal with her too, but you can't use Hotori if you do that, right? Actually, let me check the kits of each of them. So Daffodil, what's the deal with her? She's a break type character, right? Yeah. Jiuan, I understand. Daffodil, not sure, because the circle is awkward for her. Where is again that circle? Okay, so Daffodil is this element. The chaos element. Oh, okay. Thank you. Let me go, and I'm gonna open it a little bit off screen just in case, you know. Come on, load. Was Hotori in the beta, or is this like leaked? This one does not look like it has the abilities, though. I did not play during the closed beta 2, so that's gonna be, that was why I did not. Oh, okay, the other one worked. The first one had no abilities. No abilities. Echo, okay. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have here. So we have Nanali. Yeah, I'm trying the second website now. So what are her abilities? Just your regular basic attack, anima damage, triggers when using the normal stuff. This is very well made, the site. Ichidaime move. Okay, Ichidaime state. I'm way stronger. Just damage. I will want some buffers for her. Does she have like a passive or something? I don't see it. Passive, okay. Leben, is she German? Whenever any character in the team deals one instance of Esper cycle damage to an enemy while in Ichidaime. Okay, so you want Esper cycles, which is pretty much obvious. Back to the character. So the characters that you need is either Cosmos or not Anima. Whatever is this called, incantation. So you need one of these guys. Guarantee it's a must to have one of them. And you have the main character too. I want to see Hotori. Just the regular damage. Record support skill and redirect skills. That so has no cooldown or ultimate energy cost. Draws the katana, slows time, replays or grants immunity to crowd control, builds combo stacks with Hotori's. So she provides immunity to crowd control. And it looks like she extends the duration of buffs. Clears records when entering or okay, so you can't do something like recording the buffs beforehand and going worst time finisher by 100%. It's her ultimate. I don't want to look at okay, so immunity to crowd control. Nice. One of these two guys needs to be, if you want to use Nana Lee with Daffodil, she needs Lacrimosa, probably, but we are not gonna have her available at the beginning, right? Is she gonna be available? Is she on the standard banner? By Kang as an execute. What were the standard characters? It was Daffodil, by Kang, Fadia, Hathor, Sakiri, Jian. I don't remember if Lacrimosa was on the standard banner. I don't think she was on the standard banner. If so, she might be strong, but if you can get her at the very beginning, it's not really helpful, right? Generates on a star damage, execute the target. Yeah. I remember she was in CBT2. I don't remember her in CBT3. When I played CBT3, I don't think she was there. I will have to rewind my my live stream from that time. It's gonna be hard. We need to make some calculations for their damage. There are so many teams that you can possibly make with these characters, right? This guy is a damage dealer though. So if I want to make a team with Nana Lee, I'm definitely not gonna use him. These are all the S ranks. What is Cheese Deal? She has a ton of redirects. His incantation, what would you pair him with? His incantation, what is next? I need to save that freaking wheel. Either an anima character or with what is this? Psyche character? So one of these characters. Actually, no. He is incantation, one of these characters. So Nana Lee probably no, because she is just a damage dealer. I don't know about her. I did not use her in during the beta, but one of these three definitely. What's Daffodil's business? It looks like there are barely any buffers. It looks like she is more of a break character, I guess. What about Juan? She pulls the target. She has gathering. Is there a character that buffs? Oh my, okay, wait. This is great. This is great for Nanali because Nanali is also anima. So you can make a 2 Cosmos team with, so it will look something like this. Not necessarily S ranks. So you'll have Nanali go into Hattori, into Jian, and then Archis is a damage dealer. Maybe the main character. Wait, what? Okay, the main character is not working. What's Edgar's deal? Do you buff something? He's a healer. Huh? You do not heal at all, right? Right, Cheese? You look like a healer, but you are actually a full-on berserker. She has an entire redirecting. I'm not reading all of that. Okay, so I probably my starting team will probably be Nana Lee, Hotori, Jian, and probably Edgar. I'm gonna have healer. She's gonna be a debuff remover, and I'm pretty sure she also has some gathering capabilities. She is gonna buff me even further, and damage. What are the buffers? Okay, Sakiri and Haniel. I remember that Haniel was pretty broken. Yeah, she is insane. She's an amazing healer. Well, not healer, what am I saying? Buffer for attack. So what are the tags? Main DPS, shield survival, break boost, damage reduction. So in Azure Promilia, there were two main team setups, let's say. there was burst DPS with a breaker and a healer, and there was main DPS with a support and a healer. So we are looking at maybe a burst DPS. Wait, is Hotori a burst DPS? What are the Esper cycle reactions that work? They need to be in a sequence, right? Like an anima character can go only into a Cosmos or an incantation character. If you don't have a Cosmos or incantation character on your team, then your anima character will have no outro. This is how it works. And then the incantation character can go back into the anima character. However, it's going to have a cooldown if you do that. So if you have two anima characters, you can go anima, incantation, back to anima. One of these guys is definitely, so a buffer, it looks like is gonna be a must have for me. So you are looking at Hattori, Sakiri, and Haniel. Edgar is really the only one with the healing tag. Interesting. I don't see her buff. Increases team attack by 30% of Sakiri's base. Okay. What about Hotori? She does not. It does not look like she buffs the team though. Okay, so these are the DPS. For Nana Lee, I will need. Wait, where? The circle disappeared again. So for Nana Lee, you need either to go into whatchamacallit, Cosmos character. The issue is none of these guys appear to be buffers. The only one is Hotori, and really she's not buffing that much. You need already a buffer on the team to do it. And if you go to Cosmos, and you then need to go to either Lakshana or Anima, and there is no buffer here. So yeah, I am not a fan of that direction. So going back, you have Nanali. Then you want an incantation character that's also a buffer. So you are looking at Sakiri. Then Sakiri is gonna go either into a dark character, into a chaos character, or is gonna go into another anima. Is there a healer here? No. Is there a break boost character? Daffodil. Really, none of you can heal. And then I'm gonna need another incantation character. This guy is a main DPS. What is a dot character? Lacrimosa! Wait, Sakiri, Nanali, Lacrimosa into another Adler. What are you? A shielder. So Sakiri, Lacrimosa. It's gonna be so weird. So I already know one team. Lacrimosa is gonna work amazing. She's pretty much... Wait, all three of them are... Okay. So this is the team. You have Baikang, Lacrimosa, Adler, and for the buffer, you have Sakiri. Burst DPS is pretty much just some kind of healer. Okay, the issue is that both Lacrimosa and Baikang are main DPSs. So you could replace Lacrimosa with the other girl. with Daffodil. So for Baikang, you are looking at Daffodil, Sakiri, and Adler. And for Lacrimosa, you are looking at Sakiri, maybe some wind character. Juan, actually she only buffs Anima. This is awkward. What about the other direction? Fadia. Wait, she's a shielder, right? Or a survival character? Fadia. Okay, so this is how it goes. So back to main DPS. For Lacrimosa, you need Sakiri, you need Fadia, and you can use again the break character. Daffodil. It looks like Daffodil is gonna be the best standard character. Well, at the very least, if you are looking for some support type character to use with others. So Baikang is a dot character, at least according to the thingy. And you are gonna use him, who is a main DPS, together with together with Sakiri. Where is Sakiri? Together with Sakiri, and you need 2 dark units for him. Or actually, you need a dark and an anima. Together with Daffodil and probably Juan. That kind of team. To be honest, Lacrimosa looks like it's gonna have the better team. Lacrimosa can be paired together with Daffodil, with Sakiri, and with Adler for healing. So Adler, Sakiri, Daffodil, and Lacrimosa is gonna be a great team. It's gonna be the first team. So that's the team that I am probably gonna go for if Lacrimosa is gonna be on the standard banner. Yeah, he's a shielder. He's for survivability. You need, so I'm filtering what characters you definitely need. So you definitely need a survival character, Adler, Fadia, or Edgar on your team. And then you need to pair it with other DPSs. So that's the Lacrimosa team that I will build. What about the Nanali team? Edgar is a Cosmos character. Yeah, Nanali is going to be the premium character. So you are looking at Nanali together with Juan, together with Cosmos, and probably Sakiri. Because the connection is going to be like this. Nanali is going to go into Edgar, who is a Cosmos character. Where is the... Okay, so Nanali, who is Anima, is going to go into Cosmos, which is Edgar. Edgar then is going to go back into an Anima character, which is going to be Juan. Juan who buffs Anima characters, Anima damage. And then Juan, because she's an Anima, is going to go into Sakiri, who is a buffer and an incantation character. Yeah, but I don't see their kits in here. Like, it's unknown, or I don't know why. It's 404 error. Is it a buffer character? Can I find it on some other website? I can find it on other websites. It looks like he heals. I guess he can be a replacement for Edgar. Probably is gonna be a replacement for Edgar, most likely. It looks like it heals, the main character heals, and also has like an attack percent buff in their kit. So rather than Edgar, you can go for the main character, but Cosmos is gonna heal more. I need a healer, right? A healer or a shielder. Hotori does not look like she has anything in her kit for shielding. Like, yeah. Does she have anything that will allow me to survive? I don't know. She is put as a survival character type, but she really doesn't. And what's the buff part? She replicates a skill, an existing support skill. Yeah, I don't think she's gonna replace him. She's not a healer. Cheese is full on damage. Like, she has nothing about healing. She's another DPS. I'm pretty sure she's at the DPS category. Yep, she's in the main DPS category. So, nah. I think it's Edgar or Zero. I don't know. Edgar is gonna heal more, but Zero is gonna deal more damage and also has some buffs in their kit. So I guess it remains to be seen how much we are gonna need the healing. I have so many opened. They have a tier list here? What the heck? I wanted to say. Okay, let me check that one too. Okay. So yeah, Edgar, Adler, and the crazy girl. Adler and the crazy girl. Adler. Okay, oh my god. Okay. Yeah, but this it has Hotori, right? Okay. It has bonuses, the bonuses for awakening. It looks okay. Okay. Increase damage dealt by 30%. Restores HP equal to 0 to the active when the active character gains ultimate energy. Wait, isn't this broken? When they gain ultimate energy, like not when they use the ultimate, they just need to gain energy. Huh. There must be some cooldown for this, right? Isn't that just gonna make your team immortal? Yeah. The MC is Cosmos, so if you want to reach Incantation, you need to go either Anima or Lakshana. So what we are looking right now is Nanali with the Lakshana, the yellow one. It's Skia and Hathor. So what I'm looking right now for the main DPS is Nanali into Zero. Zero then is gonna go into Jian. And then is gonna go back to Incantation, which is gonna be Sakiri, which is a buffer. She buffs the damage. Where is this one? Sakiri. Her passive increases team attack by 30% of Sakiri's base attack for 20 seconds. I mean, I played Genshin. 30% of a character's basic attack. Isn't it broken? Like, isn't this insane? This is why I'm saying I feel like Sakiri must be included wherever you can. And she also has this increases dot taken by targets by 25% for each type of dot effect. So I am looking also at the other team with dots, with Baikang, and with Lacrimosa. So you have Lacrimosa, who is a dark character, going to Sakiri, who is an incantation character, going back to Adler, who actually, no, not going back to Adler, going back to, to Daffodil, who is a break destroy character, and then back to Adler, who is an incantation character. Back and forth. The healer support buffer that is used in almost every team. I mean, we don't really have many picks right now, right? These are the only buffers, and in my opinion, Hotori does not really have a buff. She duplicates an existing buff. So you need the buffer on the team to even use Hotori. So the buffers that you are looking at are Sakiri and Haniel. And just based on the fact that Sakiri is an S rank, I think Sakiri is going to be the universal buffer. What is she doing? What is plot armor? Deal drains 8% of Haniel's base attack from target. I mean, it's fine, but Sakiri gives you 30% damage without any condition. Like, and this is just 16%. It does not look like that's the case. Not sure what's with the plot armor. Paranormal cannon. Wait, what? Oh, okay, it's her base attack. So it simply increases the amount of ricochets of her base attack. So yeah, you want her to build her with high base attack arcs. But again, Sakiri. Haniel can only increase it up to a maximum of 6% of her own base attack. But then you have Sakiri with 30% of her own base attack. Like, this is just better. And it also has the passive for dot characters. Like, by the way, this is not just universal. It's also targeted a little for dot characters. So in terms of the best buffer in the game, I will say Sakiri is hands down the best. Now for healing, and I guess it's survivability, Edgar is a healer. These two guys are shielders, and the main character is also a healer. What is Fadia's deal? Wait, well. Increases team max HP. I mean, it looks strong. It looks like she has a lot of recovery, a vampire type of character. But really, the question is, how much healing do we need? And I guess we could also add the main character here. Alright? So I will say that Sakiri is going to be the number one. The team that I'm going to use, if we don't get Nanali, is going to be a dot main DPS together with Sakiri. So we are looking at Lacrimosa, Sakiri, Adler, and the dark character Daffodil for extra break. That will be the team that I will make. The other one will be with Baikang. You have Baikang, Sakiri, and you need an Anima and a dark character. The dark character is always going to be Daffodil because there is no other option really. And I don't want to have two main DPSs, right? I don't want both Lacrimosa and Baikang. And the Anima character is probably gonna be Juyan, even though she does not have any buffs for Baikang, which is sad. She only buffs Anima damage. However, she's a burst DPS, so she's gonna be like a sub DPS for him. So these are the two teams that I will use at the beginning. Now for Cheese, what can you use for her? So she's a Cosmos character and she does not have access to Sakiri, which is gonna suck. She has access to Hotori, but she can get access to Sakiri. Unless you put 2 anima characters on your team. But none of these characters have synergy with her. Yeah, but her team is awkward. Like, you have Cheese, who is a Cosmos character, and you want Sakiri, who is going to be the best support at launch, right? And to go there, you need to go Cosmos, Anima, Incantation, Incantation back to an Anima character, another Anima character, and then back to Cosmos. So you are forced to run 2 Anima characters. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. She does not really need Sakiri. Sakiri is just the only real buffer. Sakiri and Haniel. And Haniel is even harder to reach. Like, it's as hard to reach Haniel as it is to reach Sakiri. And Sakiri is better, so there is no point there. And you can use Hotori to double a buff, but you need 2 anima characters. And the anima characters, there is none that has survivability, like a shielder or a healer. Yeah. Haniel can reach Daffodil or Lacrimosa. Yeah, I mean, Haniel is... Where is she? She's a Psyche, right? She is literally on the opposite side of Incantation. So I'm thinking pretty much any team that you can make with an Incantation character, you can also make with her. But from what I see, Haniel is simply cheaper Sakiri, right? The only reason to use Haniel is if you don't have Sakiri. Sakiri not only has more damage, she provides double the damage for your team, but she also has this passive. Where is it? She has this dot passive. And guess what characters are dots? Lacrimosa and Baikang. Inflicts a scorch. Yeah. I don't really know exactly what it makes what is considered the dot damage to these things, though. But even without the dot part, she still is insane. What about Lacrimosa? Learns the enemy's skill. What the? Inflicts nightmare. Okay, this is nightmare is a dot. Oh, this is... Wait, this is insane. There's no way she's a standard character. She has literally an exploration ability. Transforms into a bat in her dream, flying freely. Nah, if she's a standard character, I am freaking pulling for her and her team. If the target is already broken, she deals more damage, which synergizes with Daffodil, who is a break character. Nah, this is gonna be an insane team. So probably the best F2P team is definitely gonna be Lacrimosa with Daffodil, with Sakiri and Adler for healing, or well, shielding. I can't... And where is Baikang? I don't see the dot for him. It does not look like he has a dot. Hi Fiona, welcome to the stream. We are discussing now the teams for Neverness to Everness. Theory crafting. I don't see any dot in his kit. I wonder if it's just because of the Scorch. Is there any other dot unit he can pair with? Not really. Like, there are only 3 dot units. I mean, he can pair with Adler. When's Neverness to Everness gonna get released? In about 10 days, on April 29th. they just had their live stream now, and now we are just looking over the characters and the teams that can be built. Yeah, it's pretty soon. I can wait until then. I can't, but I will survive. Okay, so we decided on that team. Is there a tier list? Like, let me a second. I can make the tier lists now. Neverness to Everness tier list for the tier list maker. Bro, these pictures look so off. What the heck is this? I'm gonna make the teams. Not really rank them because who knows if the damage numbers are gonna be changed or whatnot. Bro, there are so many characters that are not released. Okay. Ugh. The tier list maker is garbage right now. Okay, it does not work. Okay, I was waiting for that. And bend. I swear, every time I've seen people, it's always the same dance. Just trying to pretend like they care about the game that I play and whatnot, and then we are jumping to the why don't you have panels yet? It's sad, but it's how Twitch works for small streamers. Anyway, back to the team building. So these are all the main DPSs. I'm not gonna talk about Skia and Mint because they are A ranks. We're gonna make the teams only for these 4 characters. And for Lacrimosa, we already found the strongest team. It looks like it's gonna be the best synergy for F2P characters without Nanali or Hotori. So it's gonna be Lacrimosa with Daffodil, with Sakiri and Adler. Now, for Baikang, is probably gonna be the exact same for the most part. Baikang together with Sakiri, Daffodil, and he needs Jiuan, unfortunately, as a placeholder because of the freaking thing. Because you have him with Sakiri, they are both incantation, so they need to go incantation into dark, into back to incantation, into wind, into back to incantation. That's the dance. So he needs Jian on his team, which is not ideal. That's why I'm thinking that Lacrimosa is going to be the #1 standard DPS, because she already has her team ready. Of course, this guy may have the highest damage multipliers in the world and might not care about team building at all, but that's not something that I'm considering right now. Right now, I'm only talking about synergies. Now, for Cheese is in such an awkward situation. So the buffers are all very opposite her, with the exception of Hotori, who is not really a buffer. She is just doubling the other's buffs. So yeah, she has her own damage and doubles the other's buffs, but that's about it. Yeah, she does look like... I mean, she's given for free, you know. I'm not expecting the #1 damage dealer in the game to be given for free, even at max dupes, even though she has the max dupes thing going for her, right? She's gonna have max awakening. But simply put, she does not have a team yet. If she wants to reach Sakiri, she needs to go through Anima, to Incantation. So you will need 2 Anima characters, and the 2 Anima characters in the game are Nanali and Jian as S ranks. And the Jian only buffs Anima characters, so yeah, and if you want to use Nanali, why would you use Chizuru? yeah, it's not working, that one. And you can also go for 2 Lakshana into a Psyche, but even the Lakshanas, there are only 2 options, Hathor and Skia. And Skia is actually good, but Skia, not Skia, Hathor is good as a break character, but Skia is another main DPS and they have anti-synergy there. So yeah, I will keep Cheese on the sidebar personally. And lastly, Nanali. She can go directly into Sakiri, and then she can go into the dark character, whatchamacallit, Daffodil, which is a break character, and then she can go into Juan, who buffs anima damage. Where is Juan? Which is perfect. Takes an extra. I guess she does not take, she does not buff anima damage, she just deals more anima damage herself. Hathor is the other one. Where is the break? Break boost. Actually, no. No. Hathor should be another one. I remember she had break things. No, she doesn't. Huh. Okay, so literally Daffodil is the only break character right now. Interesting. Of course, damage is pretty much... Oh, it's a combined main DPS with burst DPS. Hathor is a burst DPS. So Daffodil and Sakiri are insane. So Daffodil and Sakiri are required both if you want to play the premium character Nanali, and if you want to play what's probably gonna be the best standard DPS, Lacrimosa. Burst DPS means you can quick swap them. It's more like they deal very much a lot of damage, but in a short window. If you keep them for a long period of time on the field, their damage starts to fall off. In Azure Promilia, what they did was they were using a break character to break the boss, and they take double the damage when the boss is broken, right? And then you are going to use a burst DPS, who is going to deal a ton of damage very, very fast in that break window. Usually burst DPSs are paired with break characters. Not sure what is the multiplier for Neverness to Everness, though. Most games don't have such a crazy multiplier as an X2. And I guess Juan is also a burst DPS. What I am concerned about is to not have 2 main DPSs on the same team, because the characteristic of main DPSs is always that they take a long time to set up on the field. 2 burst DPSs probably are definitely gonna work. 1 burst DPS and 1 main DPS, sure, but 2 main DPSs, never. So, Cheese, no team right now, I will not bother building her. Lacrimosa is probably the best DPS on the standard banner, and you need to pair her up with Sakiri and Daffodil and Adler, who is an A rank and is a healer, so there is no issue there. And this team has a lot of survivability. Baikang is a little more awkward because he's gonna need Jiuan on his team, and Jiuan is not really... I mean, she's a burst DPS. It's not that bad either. Yeah, Jian is not that bad either. She does not buff anima, she's just more damage. So you have Baikang with Jiuan, with Sakiri and with Daffodil. And Baikang has some healing himself in his kit, so he does not really need Adler. So is Baikang versus Lacrimosa for the best standard DPS? Yeah, generates power word bless. Wait, that consumes. So which one was healing him? Triggers after 3 basic attacks, deals damage and restores his HP. Okay. And if you want what's probably going to be the strongest DPS at launch, which is going to be Nana Lee, you are looking at her together with Jian. And actually, Jian is no longer required, right? You want her with Sakiri. And what else? Sakiri. She can go into Dark, Daffodil, and back to... She can go and do the same team. You can make the same team. You can go Nana Lee into Sakiri, into Daffodil for break, and then back to Adler for healing. They have the same team. Sustained damage. He's a sustained damage type character. It does look like that. Like, it looks like he applies a lot of debuffs on characters and then triggers them to heal his HP, to do more damage, that kind of stuff. His passive is insane. This is like a freaking novel. Launches coordinated attacks with the allies when there are 80d4 members in the team. But that's awkward to do. Like, Fadia is one of them. But how does he reach Fadia? He needs to go through Dark, reach Fadia, and he needs 2 shadow characters. So he'll need Lacrimosa and Daffodil. And Lacrimosa is another Edit 4 character. But is that gonna be better than just using Sakiri for the buff? Actually, the buffs are not that crazy. Switching to him while Lacrimosa is in bad form can trigger 1 super jump. Like, that's nothing impressive. In combat, they have 30-second cooldowns. They are not... He's not tied to 80d4 members. He's nothing to worry about. What I noticed is that Sakiri and Daffodil are pretty much on every single team, which is normal because Daffodil is the only break character in the game and Sakiri is hands down the best buffer. So Nana Lee into Sakiri, Sakiri into Daffodil, Daffodil back to Adler, Adler back to Nana Lee. That's gonna be the team that's probably gonna be the best at launch. Interesting. Anyway. Is there any way to make cheese work? Really, not really. She's gonna be fully maxed out, so she might be able to brute force it as a solo character, but still, there is gonna be no synergy there. I will still build her because at some point there are gonna be characters that synergize with her. It's just that they are not here now, you know? But really, Lacrimosa and Nana Lee are the 2 that I'm most looking forward to the most. The issue is that their teams are completely on top of each other, which is gonna be awkward. But what can you do? We are limited by the characters. So if you want, if I was to do the ranking, Mint, where is Mint? She's a main DPS, I think. Deals Anima. I mean, bro, this is the most boring kit that I've ever seen. So you have Mint. What is she? She's a main DPS. And she's close to Sakiri. So you will want Sakiri on the team because she's a buffer. You will want then either an anima character, but Juan is fine. And the Nanali, if you use Nanali, is another main DPS, so you can't use her together with Mint. So you are looking at Mint, Sakiri, and then either a Dark or another anima character like Juan. But Dark provides more because it's a break character, Daffodil. So you are looking at exactly the same team. You are looking at Mint, Daffodil, Sakiri, and the other one is Adler. Really, if your character is Anima or Psyche, Daffodil with Sakiri and Adler are always going to be the best core. Actually, it's the same if they are Dark or Incantation. So if your character is one of these 4 elements, are break characters important even to non-break characters, or is it because chaos is broken? Is that the name of the element, chaos? Not sure if chaos is broken. It's simply the fact that she's the only one that can apply break. And I don't know exactly what is the multiplier, right, against bosses. But it feels like having a break character is often more worth. I mean, what are you going to replace her with, right? Usually, the teams that were running in Azure Promilia, which is kind of the same thingy, was using a buffer instead of a breaker, right? And in this game, you could run 2 buffers, but Hotori and Sakiri, you can do that only with Nanali. So Nanali with Hotori and Sakiri, and Hotori doubles Sakiri's buff, but then you need another anima character, and you don't, and you end up not having a healer. So yeah, it's just because she's a chaos character, she is a breaker, rather than another sub DPS that just deals pure damage. I would rather take a character that can help break the enemy faster and stun them. Between a buffer and a break character, it will be more awkward, you know, to decide which is gonna be better, and it depends on the team. But right now we have very few buffers, and they are kind of on opposite spectrums, like Cosmos with Incantation and Psyche. I guess you can do Lacrimosa with Sakiri, with Daffodil, and Haniel. But then you'll have no healers. But you'll have doubled buffs with Break, which is gonna be insane for speedruns, I guess, and to destroy the boss as fast as possible. She's gonna get both the attack percent buff from Haniel and the one from Sakiri. What buffs that does Hotori provide? That's the thing. It doesn't really look like she provides that many buffs, right? This is how she accumulates energy. She records support skills and redirect skills used by allies for the next 5 seconds. From what I understand, she copies the existing buff on the character, whatever buffs the character received, and then she keeps using them every 5 seconds for a total of 15 seconds. She's like doubles the buffs. So she needs to be played with an existing buffer, which is only really gonna be Sakiri and probably the main character. The main character, I think, also has An attack percent increase. Where is Hotori? No, it doesn't look like. I don't know where I saw that it increases the team. Yeah, but it's still possible to be used, right? You can use Hotori with double anima and with Sakiri. So what you are using is gonna, what you are looking at is gonna be Hotori with Nanali, Jian, and Sakiri. And this is actually gonna be a pretty strong team, right? Double buffers with a burst DPS and with a main DPS. The only issue is the healing part, because you'll have no healing. Hotori does not heal. Hotori is cleansing your team from debuffs. Where is this? Cleanses any received time control debuffs and grants immunity to crown control. Wait, is this just for herself? I was thinking it's for any debuffs, but it looks like it's only for her own self. Ah. It looks like it's only what about the dupes? Increases Hotori's damage for each recorded skill. I mean, this can be broken, right? Depending on how many skills they are recorded. Although, let's be serious, it's probably gonna be 1 or 2. So, like 12, 24%. This is a guaranteed 20%. I'll probably awaken this one. Recovers the energy spent after using it and completing the recording. Okay. Some quality of life. More energy so she can trigger it faster. When Hotori is deployed, if there is only one enemy on the field, the entire team more damage. Hotori ignores 30% of the target's defense. Okay, I'm taking back my words. This is probably gonna be the best for Hotori's personal damage one. Not these two things. But anyway, they're only damage increase. Unless you go to Awakening 6. Which I'm guessing is if you awaken all of them, you are getting this bonus. What about Sakiri? Sakiri is a standard character. What about Hanya? More ricochet, no, don't care. More damage, don't care, don't care. Reduces cooldown, don't care, don't care. Yeah, I don't really care about the buffs to her own damage. What about Sakiri? Wait, this is Awaken? Wait, is it double? Like, does he do it? Does she do it twice? Once with impish trick, and another 30% with wishful reliance? This can be right. What does it say here? Yeah, Awakening. It doubles it. Now it's 60% attack of Sakiri's attack. For 20, you need to go for Sakiri. Like, you need to go for Sakiri as the standard character. And then you need, if you get another dupe of her, you can double the attack she provides to the entire freaking team. That's insane. And with a DOT character, is gonna amplify it even further. Although I feel like it will be too broken. I'm thinking maybe there is a typo somewhere here. Maybe there is some mistake because, bro, 60% attack to the entire team for 20 seconds. 30% of her base attack with both her passive and her dupe. And in this game, if you get a single dupe, you can pick which effect to awaken. And you'll just awaken the 30% right off the bat, right? So you are looking at 60% of her own base attack for everyone. And then she also has the other passive for some reason, increasing DOT stacks. Okay, it's literally you need to get her at the beginning. Even if you end up after that losing, actually you can't lose the 50-50, but even if you end up getting another dupe of her, you'll be happy, you'll laugh. What are the others? What about Lacrimosa? It's related to her dots. Triggers all dots at once. Prevents nightmare stacks from being removed when the target is... Can the enemies heal themselves? I guess when they switch stages. Yeah, it looks like it's just damage all around. I guess there are a lot of... this thing increases the nightmare duration. I wonder, does that count? Like, it increases to the damage, like from 3 seconds to 6 seconds? Removes 1 stack of nightmare when the target receives healing. What boss is gonna receive healing? Okay. That's not really helpful. Okay, she has some pretty good dupes too, but Sakiri is still number 1. What about this guy? More restoration of HP. More damage overall. Again, nothing that crazy for him either. What about you? Do you have some support capability? Okay, wait. She has. She gets a healing for her team with her second awakening. She gets break effects with that one. But that's about it. And her awakening 6 is reducing anima resistance of targets bound. But you need the awakening 6 for her. So that's not gonna happen anytime soon. Okay. Sakiri is a must on launch to be used with pretty much every single character. If you want to use Hattori, you are also gonna need to use Sakiri, and you are gonna need to go with 2 anima. This is probably gonna be the highest ceiling of a team that you can possibly get. Nanali, Jian with Hattori and with Sakiri, because Sakiri, if you get her at Awakening 1, if you get 1 dupe for her, she's gonna get 30% attack bonus and another 30% attack bonus. And then you are gonna have Hattori doubling both of them. So it's gonna double it, both buffs are gonna be considered independently, I guess. And it's gonna turn into 120% base attack for the entire team. And you are gonna have a main DPS and a burst DPS. And if you somehow manage to get your G1 to Awakening 6, you are gonna also reduce the anemo resistance of enemies. This is yeah, this is gonna be the highest ceiling team in the game probably at the launch. The only issue is that you are gonna have no healer, but just dodge. Just dodge. You're just gonna kill the enemies so fast. It's probably feasible in the long run. If you don't want to do that, you can just go with the Nana Lee with Adler and Sakiri and what is the other one? And the Daffodil. The strongest awakening, Sakiri. If it works, like it say it works, and it's another 30% attack for the entire team, I mean, getting an awakening for a DPS is nice, but you are gonna replace them very fast eventually. Sakiri looks like she's gonna be the go-to buffer for a very long while. I mean, even if they release a better buffer than Sakiri, you are just gonna use both of them at the same time. Yeah. It looks like the DPSs just use the same supports over and over. So if you get one DPS, it's gonna be fine. And you can go with pretty much anything between Nana Lee, Lacrimosa, or Baikang. And the DPSs get power crept very fast. That always happens. It's just the nature of things, right? Because DPSs, you don't really care about their elements so much as long as they deal damage. While supports, it depends. It increases crit rate, crit damage, and you also have more slots. A team can only have one main DPS, but it can have two buffers. And if you go crazy and you want to just do screenshot damage, like with Hutao in Genshin, you can just slot 3 buffers and go ham. But yeah, we talked a lot. And frankly, I already have my plan for the very beginning. I guess I'm gonna go for Nana Lee. I'm gonna go for her. I mean, I'm a content creator, and she's gonna be the first character. I'm gonna reroll for Nana Lee to get her for free, and then I'm gonna try and get Sakiri from the standard banner. I'm gonna reroll until I get Nana Lee and Sakiri. It's gonna be fine also that if I get Nana Lee's outfit and Sakiri. I'm happy with that one too. And then I need to pray that I'm getting Daffodil. But there is probably gonna be like a selector, right? After 200 pulls, you can pick whatever character you want. There was something like that in the beta. So yeah, Sakiri or Daffodil, together with Nana Lee and Adler. This is gonna be just a stopgap team, because when when Hotori is gonna be released, I'm gonna change my team to Hotori, Nana Lee, Jiuan, and Sakiri. And hope I'm getting Jiuan too. Actually, Daffodil, Sakiri, and Jiuan, with emphasis on Daffodil, on Sakiri. Couple of standards. Yeah. My selector is always gonna go to Sakiri if I don't manage to get her, which means that I'm looking for a Nana Lee reroll into either Daffodil or Jiuan. I'm fine with either of them. Jiuan is gonna be probably the highest ceiling team for Nana Lee because it allows you to also run Hotori. But Daffodil is also great, and she's pretty much the only break character in the game, and she fits on pretty much every team. So it's gonna be awkward, but with so many pulls, we are getting like what 170 standard pulls, enough for reaching almost the selector, and then I mean, we are gonna get an S class right off the bat. It has a 1% chance, so we get... Wait, Lacrimosa is not here. Okay, I mean, look, there is no Lacrimosa here. She is not on the standard banner. She's probably gonna have her own independent banner, or I don't know what they are doing. Anyway, so these are the hits, right? Sakiri and the other two. And the best standard DPS is gonna be by Kang. By Kang with Sakiri, Daffodil, and Jian. Yeah, Lacrimosa looks like he's limited. I realized it. I was suspecting it when I saw that she has like an open world exploration ability to turn into a bat. Only the characters like Nanali, which can walk on walls, and Hotori, which can stop time, have interactions like that, as far as I know. In that case, Baikang is gonna be your best shot as a. I mean, he's the only main DPS, the only standard main DPS, and he's pretty much using the same team: Sakiri, Daffodil, Juan. So I don't plan to go for Nanali dupes. I plan to reroll for her. In other words, just using a multi or two multis right off the bat in order to get her. After that, I want to get Sakiri from the selector, and hopefully at the 50 roll, I'm getting either Daffodil, Jian, or Sakiri. I have a 50-50 chance there to get the character that I want to. So it should be fine, right? I want to go for Hotori too. So probably I want Jian with Sakiri and Nanali. It's gonna... How many pulls we are getting for rerolling? I think there are like 30, right? This is only... It takes a few days. That takes hunter levels. I'm not gonna be able to get that. 32 solid dice. What are the pre-registration rewards? They don't give premium pools. That means rerolling is gonna take ages. But I did it for... I'm gonna have to see if I can get at least one multi every time right after finishing the tutorial. I'm gonna do it because you have 1% chance to get the character. So it's only gonna take around 10 rerolls, and let's say it takes 30 minutes to reroll once, like 5 hours. I feel like 5 hours is worth it for a character that would otherwise cost you like 80 pulls, like $100. I think it's a fair trade, but I need at least 10 pulls when the game drops. It should not be that hard to get. It's gonna be hard after that because I also need to win the 50-50 on the standard banner. You are rolling for standard. To be honest, that's also a way to go about it, right? But we need also a DPS. And the only two DPSs right now are actually going to be Cheese by Kang and Nanali. Cheese is given for free, but what kind of F2P team can you make with her? Yeah, I'm re-rolling for Nanali early. Hopefully it's not gonna take too long. As long as I can get a multi after finishing the tutorial so I can pull on the banner, it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna be happy with that. If you want an F2P team with Cheese, you are looking at Cheese with Double Wind and Sakiri. And Double Wind would be Jian and Mint. In the CBT3, I got 20 pulls for first day, but on the launch, it should be 30 pulls. Yeah. The question is just if it's gonna be 10 pulls right after you finish the tutorial. That's what I'm worried about. It looks like they are giving a lot of pulls, but you need to like finish everything up. You need to log in until the end. Wait, what is the new character? What is the new A rank? That can change everything. Aurelia. Aurelia is the new. We don't have information for her. Oh my god, we don't know anything about the character that we are gonna get for free on the third day. Do we know at least her element? No. No, we don't. Okay. She might be a game changer, but I guess we'll have to see. Right now, this is my plan. I'm gonna try and reroll for Nanali. I'm gonna get Sakiri no matter what from the selector. And from the early 50 pulls that we are getting, from the early S rank standard character that we are gonna get after only 50 pulls, I am looking at either Sakiri, Juan, or Daffodil. Is there any info on this character? No. They are teasing us. That's gonna be the plan. It looks solid. And if I manage to get Juan, I can also go for Hotori and make a full damage team with Hotori copying Sakiri's buffs with Juan on the side as a burst DPS and Nanali as the main DPS. And that's gonna be great. Anyway, I talked so much that my lips dried out. I will probably also make a video based on it for anyone that's planning to make these teams too. I wish I like Hathor's design so much, but she does not really combine well with any of the main DPSs right now, which is awkward. And not even with the break characters. I mean, just how far she is on the... As a burst DPS, if you really want to use her at her full potential, you need Daffodil. And I'm pretty sure that they are insanely far apart on that freaking wheel. Where is the wheel? Okay, yeah. If you want to use Hathor with Daffodil, you need 2 psychic characters. And how many psychic characters are even in the game? Fadia and Haniel. Actually, not a bad team. Hathor with Fadia as a shielder and healer, and Haniel as a buffer, and with Daffodil. Unfortunately, Haniel is just like a budget option other than Sakiri. But the other is not bad. It doesn't look like it's gonna be a bad team. Yeah, I like how you can pretty much play Jenga with all the characters, right? Too bad that Lacrimosa is not here. But if you want by Kang, you need Sakiri with Jian and Daffodil. Same with the others. And you can also use Fadia if you get Hathor. Still, Sakiri is just too good of a buffer. Like, she is so strong. Unless the skill descriptions get changed or something, she's simply too strong of a buffer to not use her. It's how Bennett warped the entire meta in Genshin, right? To the point where people could not even Constellation 6 him because of the way he was healed. When people were C6ing him, sometimes they could actually ruin their accounts at the time. So that's kind of where we are. Sakiri looks like he's just gonna be a mandatory character. She's just too good. What can I say? And this is without taking into account the dot buff, which, well, Lacrimosa is not yet in the game, but she's gonna be in the future. So yeah. I think Fadia is an HP scaler. I think she's the only HP scaler in the team. Where can I see the stats? Yeah, she scales with max HP. She's a shielder, right? No DPS. Yep, that's correct. And frankly, I like my shielders to scale with max HP. Makes a lot more sense. She's probably gonna be the best shielder at the very beginning. But how useful is shielding when you can just burst the enemy down, right? Is the old argument, healer versus buffer. And so far, in any game I've played, the buffer always wins. But yeah, I think we solved it. This is the plan. This is the Exodia, let's call it. Assemble the team and rule the game. Now it only takes a copious amount of luck in order to be able to pull it off, but we can do it. So anyway, I need to go get some water, eat something, and yeah. Overall, great live stream. I'm actually very hyped about the game now. I was actually on the fence about it, but now they actually made a ton of improvements. It's gonna be interesting to see the fight between ZZZ and Neverness to Everness, because they kind of appeal to the same crowd. I want to see the Reddit posts to have some fun, to be honest. But yeah. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Hopefully, we are all gonna have luck at launch. We're gonna do some. I'm personally gonna do some re-rolling, so I'm probably gonna start later than others. But hey, it's worth it if I plan to stay F2P or a dolphin. And 10 more days. I can't wait for that one. And it's just gonna be right before the Wuthering Waves anniversary, which, to be honest, the rewards are kind of whatever. And the events are pretty meh. But the story is gonna conclude for IMET, so I'm also looking forward to that. There is a lot to do. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Until next time, bye. For now, wonderful day, good weekend. Ciao. Das vidania.